Hey, what's going on, guys? Just want to do a quick toy haul review of things I picked up over this past weekend that I came across quite a few different G.I. Joe figures, anniversary stuff, and other toys that I just kind of could not pass up on. So here we go. The first one I picked up, saw was a Tiger Force Flint from the anniversary Hasbro line. And also came across a anniversary Major Blood, a anniversary Cobra Viper, which for some reason since the classified versions of this had came out, the Target, this guy has gotten pretty famous again all of a sudden. It's amazing what a exclusive can do to certain things. Also got a Iron Grenadier Destro anniversary. And love this foil that they did on these packages. Also came across a comic 3-pack anniversary with Zartan, Armored Cobra Commander, and Zarena. These are pretty cool, even though that Zartan looks pretty weird and looks like he's had a rough time. These are pretty awesome with the file cards on them, the back. I think this was a 2005 release. Also, I picked up some vintage Joes. Dusty, Blowtorch, Cesspool, Barbecue. Love Barbecue. It was probably one of my favorite ones. Sergeant Slaughter, Armored Cobra Commander, a very nice Destro. Love that chrome they did back in the days. Love anything they did with vac metal. Is that I don't know? It's just something they don't do much anymore. It's kind of like a lost, dead art. A really nice Cobra Eel. Found me a nice, very clean Doc. Got a Duke, but of course, like a lot of Joes that a lot of the collectors out there find, we tend to come across ones with broken dick syndrome. And but still, very nice figure. Very clean. Maybe one day I'll come across a new waist and fix them up, but hey, for what I got them for and found them, I'm not going to complain whatsoever. I'm not really not a completionist or anything like that, but we'll definitely take them. Pretty nice Shipwreck. Again, broken dick. These guys are I guess you can say they're the broke dick brothers. Still has his tattoos on his arm. And came across this 1998 Firefly from the Cobra Polar 3-pack. I believe this was a Toys R Us exclusive. I could be wrong, but it's kind of cool that this was, when they made this, is still used off the original Firefly mold. Just done in a different color. And he is nasty. It's like it's got dried up dirt on him, which I'm going to take a light brush and try to get all that cleaned off of him. But yeah, he was played with, but not too bad. Like he was played with once and then kind of just probably thrown in a box somewhere for who knows how long. Also came across some anniversary figures, a Tunnel Rat and a Beachhead. Those are pretty nice. I think the Tunnel Rat was from the Renegades line. Also, something from my childhood that I came across was a old Hasbro 1989 Flying Fighters. These things were awesome when they came out. Of course, with the popularity of Top Gun back in the day with the F-14 Tomcat. The wings would open up. It even came, surprisingly, we still had the original figures in it. I mean, this thing was just, the landing gear retracts. It's got bombs on it. When you turn it around and turn this thing on, what it did was, it actually sounded like a, well, you would go outside and play with it, and you would act like you were actually flying a real plane. Go up. Or down. Missiles. And it does have a trigger side for the machine gun, but it's hit and miss on it. So, I mean, for the age of it, it is actually in really good shape with the stickers on it and everything. I was super happy and stoked when I saw this. And also, I went to a GameStop, and they had the Fantastic Four Doctor Doom on clearance. So I figure, hey, for on clearance, he's actually a pretty cool figure. I don't know if and when he might get opened up. I don't know. I think mine looks a little cross-eyed, or he's got a lazy eye looking somewhere else. But still, it's a pretty cool figure based on the retro line. So I don't know, he might get opened up at some point, but we will find out and wait till later on that. Also, well, so this was stopped at a Walgreens in my area, and of course, like everybody's hunting for classified figures right now. Can't find hardly squat anywhere, but this one was found up front on a clearance rack for freaking $5.50. How insane is that? A just released figure that's hardly out anywhere, and then they stuck a freaking clearance tag on. So I mean, of course, I couldn't pass it up, which was it was really, really weird and just dumb luck, I guess. But eventually, he will probably get opened up. Also got a Destro and Iron Grenadier Soldier comic anniversary pack. Love these figures. Then came across some Starcom figures, which are really hard to come across these days. These guys were in really good shape. And of course, some Silverhawks. That vac metal definitely shows his wear on him. He was definitely played with. And a nice clean Monstar. He still works too. You flip his head around and squeeze his leg and his head changes. Also came across some Inhumanoids. Love these little tree monsters. I love the old light piping. That was great stuff they did back then. Oh, it's just toys back in the 80s and early 90s. They just don't make stuff like this anymore. And of course, I found an old Stomper. These were they were like 4x4 vehicles with the treads on them, and you put like a AA battery in them, and they would just go. They had like 4-wheel drive vehicles, vans, buses, trucks, but these were the Megastar line they did, I guess, toward the end of the line, and it came with like a little figure. These little figures are actually pretty hard to find. I put a battery in it, and there's a little light at the bottom that would come on, but it wouldn't run. Maybe I'm probably going to try to take it apart and see if something might be gummed up into gear somewhere, but that's really cool. And then, of course, some Centurions. Love these guys. They need a little bit of cleaning, but I don't know. That dirt adds a little nostalgia to it. That it was definitely played with and definitely loved these guys growing up. Then at the top, I got some Legions of Power. These things were definitely a favorite growing up, and when I came across them, I just couldn't pass them up. And the clear parts actually glow in the dark, which was actually pretty cool. And then some more things I came across, Joe related. A Rise of Cobra Charbroil, a Snow Job, a Snake Eyes with Timber, an Anniversary Bazooka, and a Anniversary Destro. The newer ones that are out now, I don't know. His head's kind of real squared off, but this is a really nice version. And of course, some old Kenner Megaforce. These were really cool when they came out. And these little cutout points. This reminds me of when G.I. Joe had their flag points that you can redeem for things and send off in the mail. You know, that would take 8 to 10 weeks. And of course, some of the newer retro stuff that came out. Some old Joe books, and Cable, and my classifieds so far. I didn't think I was going to get into these guys, but came across some here and there, and then it's kind of spawned off very quickly. And some red hand ninjas from the Marvel Legends line. I don't know, these would be cool to add with the classified red ninja. That's kind of like their lackey or something, or just extra for like army building. And of course, these awesome Icon helmets, Snake Eyes, and a Cobra Commander. Cobra Commander one's very comfortable, but when you breathe in it, the inside fogs up. Maybe put some fans in there or something. The Snake Eyes one, I honestly didn't think that my head was going to squeeze in it, because once you started getting close to your ears, man, did it hurt. When I got it on, I'm like, this thing's not coming off. This is going to be my life now. The man in the Snake Eyes helmet. But very nice helmets. Very good quality. I think the GameStops where I got these both at actually had them on sale. And I just couldn't pass them up. And of course, a Shock Trooper helmet I've had for a while. From the old Star Wars Battlefront game series. Of course, my Yoda picture that I came across at a Hobby Lobby. Some of the retro line figures. This Duke is just weird. That screaming face. I don't know what he's looking off at, but he is pissed. That Cobra Commander Commander's pretty cool. And still have my vintage barbecue on the card. He has been opened up, but he's still on the card. Love that. Love this. And then also with that back, there you go. There's some proof of purchase, 1 flag point. Love that. And he was at I love it. You know, to me, if it has the old price tags on them, some people don't like them on there, or they're not used to, but since these stores are not around anymore, I don't know, it just adds more nostalgia to it. Hills. I don't know if that was a department store, kind of like a Kmart, Walmart, Target, or Roses that were in some areas back in the day. That's pretty cool. Iron Grenadier, Firefly, Techno Viper. And then we got some anniversary figures I came across. Zartan. Different Cobra Commanders. Love that Ultimate Cobra Commander with the shiny head on him. That was, I mean, his body proportions, everything on him was just made right. And DVD exclusive pack, Destro, Cobra Troopers. There's some vintage ones I got so far. Python Patrol. That Melloway Hooded Cobra Commander. That Pissed Off Serpentor. And of course I came across these Troopers, and I was like, hey, you know, the guy he gave me a really good deal on them, like $30 a piece. They're like from later 2000 line, and I just like, I mean, it's the original molds, just different colors, and I just like, hey, I'll take them. And then some Joes. Just, I don't know, this was my childhood. Love G.I. Joes. Slaughter's Marauders Barbecue. And some more anniversary Joes. Recondo with Broke Dick. I don't know what it is. I don't know, it was just, that was one thing that just, that and thumbs. Thumbs didn't last long because that barbecue is missing a thumb. Thumbs and dicks. I don't know what was up with that. That Stalker's nice. And of course, there's Snake Eyes hiding up in the back. And then one of the people is part of the Facebook page in here in my area, in Nashville, Tennessee area, had posted a picture at Walmart. One of the Walmarts he went there and saw they had the NECA Turtle movie packs out. And luckily I wasn't too far from the area and just happened to go in there and finally got my movie Turtles. Yeah, these guys were done very, very good. Leonardo Donatello pack. And Raphael and Michelangelo. God, these things are done good. But I don't know if and when I'm going to get them opened up and maybe review them at some point. But I've also heard that NECA's stuff is kind of, I don't know if it's iffy or whatever's going on, because I know they got the Defenders of the Earth figures that came out with the Phantom, Flash Gordon, Ming, and I can't remember the other figure that came out, but I've heard people getting them out of the box and the joints have snapped off, and I don't know if it's just the paint or the plastic they're using now, or it's just, who knows. It could be quality control. I mean, not everything's going to be perfect. I realize you can buy brand new stuff and it just not hold up, and things break, and you try to, if something's tight and you try to force it. I know there's techniques people use, hair dryers or putting them in hot water for a little bit to kind of loosen stuff up, but to me, if it's tight, especially on a old vintage Joe, if it feels like it's not going to give at all or anything, I'll leave it alone. But that's my haul that I got over the weekend. Thanks guys for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave comments. Love to hear back from everybody, and hopefully this is my second video I've done. It was a lot longer than the first one. I guess I'm more talkative this time, and hopefully these videos will continue going and everything. And leave a comment and let me know what you collect and what you like and what you like to see more out of these videos, and hopefully the channel will grow and this will be more of a ongoing thing for me. Thanks guys. We'll see you to the next one. Later.